Okay, well, we looked at the film, we evaluated the game and the mistakes we made and the ways we can improve, and our intentions are to apply those lessons moving forward and get on to Colorado. So we're working on Colorado right now. We'll have meetings with our players this afternoon to start presenting to them scouting report and game plan information, and we're going to have a good week and get back on track. So,
Colorado getting that win, does that help in kind of?
yeah. Well, it's a great come from behind win on the road against a Pac-12 opponent. I think that boosts your spirits. And they'd had a couple of tough losses. Now they get to come home, off of a win, and I think that'll help them emotionally.
But for you guys,
Oh, for us?
Colorado.
I think what's important right now for our football team is that we prepare for Colorado, for their schemes, what they do offensively, defensively, on special teams, but the focus needs to be on us getting better every single day we got to the field to practice. And so that's what we're going to try to do. Prepare for our opponent, but focus on getting better as a football team ourselves.
Your experience, though, playing a winless team is always a dangerous thing.
Yeah, Chris, we really try to stay away from looking at a team's record. We try to stay away from looking at a team's emotional state of being. That takes the focus off of what we need to do, which is prepare as best as we can. And so, I'm sure that there's always a little bit of that, but we do the best job we can of keeping our guys focused on what we need to do to win the football game each week.
Coach, because of the expectations of the club this year and the loss, is there a little bit of anger that your team has, and can that anger be good for you?
I think that it can motivate you if it's channeled in the right direction. I think it can absolutely do that. I think what's important, though, is that, like I said to start, you learn the lessons of why it happened on Saturday, what happened to affect the game, the outcome of the game, the way it came out, and then you apply those lessons moving forward. I think the motivation needs to be more internal than external. It needs to be, hey, we want to reach our potential every single day and every single week. And so I think if you become a team that's motivated by what happened the week before, you can find some inconsistencies in your play. So I think there's a part of that plays a factor, but we just have to be motivated because we want to be the best UCLA team we can be.
Jim, by the time you guys play this game, it'll have been a month since you've been on the road. Any particular challenges?
I think it's always a bit of a challenge to go on the road. You're in a foreign environment. It'll be a little bit of a hostile environment. Colorado's not an easy place to play. I haven't been in that stadium since I was a kid. My dad coached there, so I remember running around that stadium a lot, but I'm sure it's changed. But maintaining a focus, when you go into an unfamiliar environment is always a challenge. But I think that our team has a level of maturity where they'll handle it the right way.
Can you talk about the new schedule for this week, practice schedule?
Yeah. We gave it a lot of thought in the off season in terms of the best approach to practicing during the week. These kids now have a lot of things that they've got to balance. Certainly school is a priority, and classes start for them on Thursday. Football, study, their tutoring, all of those things, and then having some time to just download a little bit. And so we figured that the best way for us to approach it this year was to practice in the morning, get them up and get them going early, when we've really got their full attention. Get them on campus, get them a good meal after their workout, and then they can attend their classes during the day. And then we'll get them at the end of the day again for another hour or so and meet, watch the practice film, and prepare for the next day's practice. So we kind of ensure that they're getting out of bed, getting on campus, getting to practice, getting to class, doing the things that they need to do, making sure that they're eating properly. And I think they'll be motivated to go to bed at an early hour because they have to get up and get going at an early hour. So it's a little bit of an adjustment for us, but we don't start classes until Thursday, so we felt like this was just the perfect week to implement it. Gives us a chance to get them adjusted.
Coach, on the broadcast, they said Joseph Boye has a back issue, which is why he's been struggling a little bit. Is that true?
He's just sore. I mean, I don't think it's an issue. His back is sore, but it hasn't held him out any practices. It hasn't limited his reps, and I thought he looked good moving around on Saturday.
So you don't attribute that to kind of struggles, I guess?
I don't know that he is struggling. Yeah, I haven't seen him struggle.
Do you have any more injury updates?
Jeff Baca, we'll find out today or tomorrow what his status will be for the week. We're very hopeful that he'll be able to participate, but our medical staff did a great job of handling his situation to this point. But things look very positive for him, but it's not definitive whether or not he'll be able to play this week. You saw that Stephen Manfro went out of the game for a few plays, came back. He was actually doing well yesterday, so he'll practice. Jordan James is better. He had the shoulder the week before, practiced all week, played in the game, and he's not even on the injury report. Our injury report is remarkably small for 4 weeks into the season, and that's a good thing. Other than that, we'll just see how guys are when we start practicing tomorrow.
How do you assess Brett's progress as we go into this first season?
I'm excited about his progress. Sometimes when you have a game like that and we weren't running the ball very well and we felt a little bit disoriented on offense, you tend to come out of it thinking that nothing went right. But I went back and looked at our protection, and I looked at our passing game and looked at the decisions that Brett made, when to throw it, where to throw it, how to throw it, when not to throw it, and it just signaled another step in his progression. He's making tremendous strides every week, and it's because he works really hard at it. It's very serious to him. It's important to him.
Coach, you talked a lot about adversity and overcoming that on Saturday. What have you seen so far from your guys?
A determination. I felt it in the locker room right afterwards. The defeat bothered them because they work very hard and they're serious about this. It's important to them, just like talking about Brett. When we met with him this morning, very focused, not in the tank, not down. When we come back at 4:30, I expect them to have a little energy about them, and we're on to Colorado. So I think they'll respond very, very well. That's just my gut feeling from what I've seen. I'm excited to see how they respond because I think it's going to be real positive.
And you guys have played the past 3 games at home. Are you guys looking forward to going on the road? Or?
No, it's great to play at home. I mean, I wish I had said this after the game. Someone asked me about the crowd. Our student section was amazing, considering that we're not even in school. I looked over there in the fourth quarter. I don't look a lot in the stands, but when you're walking down the sidelines to the north, you can't help but notice our student section right there. And they were going crazy. It was awesome, So we love playing at home. But you have to go play on the road, so we accept that, and we're excited about that as well.
Did you say you haven't watched any Colorado yet?
No, I've watched some Colorado. I watched their game versus Washington State. What stood out in that game to me was just their spirit, and the way they fought back on the road. It's exponentially more difficult to fight back on the road when you're down the way they were and get a win. That was really impressive to me, really impressive. It says a lot about the character of their kids and about their coaching staff.
Anything schematically?
No, we're getting into that. I kind of just watched it to get a general feel for them. And they're going to play some 4 down, some 3 down on defense, and they're going to get into some spread formations on offense. Kind of what a lot of people are doing nowadays.
It's a bigger back that you guys face.
He's back that we recruited, actually, yeah. He's a good back. He was a fullback. They moved him to tailback, and he runs hard. He's hard to bring down. Good player for a freshman. Yeah, it always is a factor this week, especially. This is not a guy that you're gonna block down. You're gonna have to bring your arms. You're gonna have to grab cloth, drive your feet, roll your hips, do all those things. and you're gonna have to gang tackle. 'Cause this guy, he'll break tackles. And we need to improve on our tackling. Our tackling wasn't up to par on Saturday. Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you.